So, if we talk about social media for a second then, in any industry, tell me people that you think, in any industry, right, doesn't have to be property, but tell me about people that come to mind.
You did a podcast with him. He's in property. Jack Smith.
Yeah. Jack Smith? Yeah.
I think one of the biggest.
I think bigger. Yeah, who's bigger?
Ronaldo, isn't it?
Ronaldo?
He is there. But I just think that because, like, the influence he has.
Yeah.
Ronaldo, McGregor, The Rock.
Yeah.
They've all, obviously, everyone knows who they are, but what they've done off of their personal brand, like obviously Proper 12, McGregor, The Rock's got a tequila business, Ronaldo's got basically everything now.
Yeah.
But they've all, like, so like, again, Journey, everyone likes it, and then they just have had a product or a service or whatever.
So they're all the biggest ones. But if you were to open up your phone right now, who's going to pop up?
Mike Thurston, like a big dog.
Yeah, Mike Thurston.
Yeah.
Luigi was mine.
Richard Branson.
Richard Branson?
Yeah.
I was just thinking from the value you can take from them as well. I know the big ones, but people like Jake Paul in terms of what he's doing at the moment, and it's very front of mind for a lot of people. And Mr. Beast in terms of the empire that he's built for back personal brands.
Yeah, Mr. Beast.
And it's funny because when you look at and listen to Mr. Beast, he's not a person you'd put to be in front of a camera, right? Like he's openly said, like he is a shy, introverted type person.
Yeah.
But yet has overcome that, and is obviously now the biggest YouTuber.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's interesting.
I actually sometimes think that there's something different about going and talking to a group than it is almost talking to a camera.
Yeah.
So for an introvert, it can actually be a really good way of actually getting your name out there. People heard of Matt Armstrong?
Yeah.
Yes. Part of my point here, right, is the fact that these people, or people that we think about, are it's all off of, really, it's Instagram and YouTube that we know a lot of these people. You could argue, obviously, there's a few here that are just generally like TV, big powerhouses. You know, anything that we consume now, which is outside of our kind of current job or kind of like a series on Netflix, really the people that we know and we think of and we associate with are personal brands around the world that are on Instagram and YouTube. And that's what we need to try and become in our niche, right? I think scheduling, structure, how many times you post, very, very valuable, and important things. I think above and beyond that is thinking about when you thinking about what content and what you're going to do, you need to really think about how do you want to come across to your audience. So if we, let's say for a second, circle Mike Thurston and Matt Armstrong, they're kind of vloggy, storytelling kind of person. It's a lot of personality that people buy into. That's how they are connecting with their audience in that way. So you could say like Joe said earlier, like storytelling is a massive one right now. You might say that Jack Smith and I are both informative or education. Some of these are rage bait. Yeah. You could add Samuel Leeds up there, right?
Don't do that. That's not what we should be doing.
So you need to try and think about who do you want to be in the market, what kind of eyeballs do you want to attract, and how do you want to come across as well. Like I could probably say some rage-baited things, I could try to wind up people and get more views, but that's not really, I don't know if that's how I want people to associate with my brand or what I think will bring in trusted customers. So I don't personally do that format, whereas I go, right, how can I give as much information as possible? And I'm starting to think about how can I story tell more, because that can still fall in with how I want people to view me and my brand. When I started, I used to have dead time when I used to work in Brighton, and I'd be like on the bus or the train home. I'd always try and schedule or get one thing out, and half of the posts weren't that great. But now I look back in reflection, but he was just talking, it's just sharing comments, people, then get to know you a bit more and they get an insight into you. And it's the consistency that you then pop up on the feed every day with people. So I think always a combination of the quality, the types, and then the volume as well. But you only have to look at me right now in the last 12 months, and I've only really posted one video a week on YouTube to be able to get results. So I think above and beyond everything is just a consistent in a lane that suits how you can share your story. All right.
Why have you reduced it to once a week now? because I was wondering if I should just go 3-4 times, just churn it out.
Yeah.
Or is it just because you've grown your following so much now that you can dial it back?
No, for full transparency, it's just I've been trying to juggle too many things.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I want it to be 2 or 3 times a week, and it will get back there. But it's the reason I don't is because you're better to nail 1 a week consistently.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's quite difficult to come out in blocks and go from nothing to 2 or 3.
Yeah.
So.